Hello, everyone. I hope that you are well. I'm really excited to be sharing with you right now a little routine that I do in the morning. So, how you can start your day in the best way possible. This is what I do. I've been speaking about this recently at quite a lot of events, and I really wanted to share it so that you could take it home with you and have a reminder of what you might want to do. So for me, how I start my day has such a big impact on the day itself, on how I feel. And so the first thing I do when I wake up is I generally put my hand on my heart and my hand on my belly. And I just take a moment to connect into my body, to breathe into my body. And I ask my body, what one thing do you need? You know, listening to our body is such an important thing, listening to that inner wisdom. Rekindling our relationship with our body is one of the most important things that we can do, because this body is here to carry us. It's here to carry our soul. It's here to help us fulfill our purpose. And so often we neglect our body. You know, if you're in business and you're wanting to succeed in business, what do you need to have? Well, a healthy body so that you can actually make the most. If you want to be a good parent, what do you need? Well, you need a healthy body so you've got the energy to deal with your kids. If you want to be a thriving human being, well, what do you need? You need a healthy body. And yet we're programmed not to listen to our body, not to listen to those cues, those signals that our body's giving us. So when we wake up in the morning, if you listen, and this is a really important thing to bear in mind, when you ask your body what one thing can you do for it, the most important part of this exercise is then doing that thing. Because what you're doing is you're rebuilding a trust with your body. So you can't just go, oh, I'm going to ask my body what it wants, and then hear it and go, not today. So it's finding a way that even if you're busy and your body wants rest, then you can say, okay, look, I've got a really busy day, but I'm going to go to bed a little bit earlier for you. Or I've got a really busy day today, but I can take 5 minutes and just sit and breathe and maybe do a little meditation to put you into a deep, restful state. Or doing the shoulder stand if you don't have any health complaints that you can't do it. Shoulder stand is an amazing way to rejuvenate your body. So, you know, putting these things in place to support whatever your body says. So that's the first thing I do, asking my body, what one thing do you want? The next thing that I do is I connect with my heart. And I ask my heart, what one thing do you need me to do today so that I can be open to give and receive love, so I can be more connected with the earth and with all the beautiful beings on this earth? And I listen to what my heart wants. Sometimes I don't hear anything, and that's okay too. If you're starting this process and you don't hear anything, don't worry. What it's about is creating that space for a response to come through. And maybe you're doing exactly the right thing. So maybe your heart's like, yeah, we're all good. That's great too. The next thing I then do is I think about all the things I'm grateful for, and I really visualize that. So I take that time to feel so grateful for all the plants in my home, making my home so beautiful. Give thanks that I've got a roof over my head, especially this morning. It was chucking it down with rain, and I was so grateful that I had a beautiful home, that I was dry and I was warm. I'm so grateful, you know, and I'm sending my love to people who don't have that. Um, so going through those things that you're grateful for, because what that does is, first of all, it opens your heart. It connects you into such a beautiful space. Gratitude is such an amazing thing. And, you know, even when times are tough, you know, I've been through some real challenges in my life. And even in those times when I'm like, what is there to be grateful for? When you actually stop and think about it, there's so much. Even in the most challenging situations, there's always things to be grateful for. And so when we reconnect in that, what we're doing is we're allowing that to expand, and we're allowing more gratitude to come into our lives. We're allowing that emotion to fill our being. What we focus on, we bring into our reality. So the more we focus on, I can't do this, or I'm struggling with this, then that's what we're going to bring more of in. So the more we can focus on that gratitude, what is working, what is good. And it doesn't mean bypassing the things that need work. It doesn't mean ignoring those issues, but it just means honing your senses in to focus the majority of your energy on that positivity, And it's not fake positivity, because what when you start doing it, once you start connecting into that gratitude, you'll find more and more things come. But even if it's just one thing that you're grateful for in that moment, that's great too. So I do that in the midst of getting the children up. So I do that first, then I have to get children up so they can get ready for school, buses, etc., etc. And it's always a little bit chaotic, so I need that grounding to set me up in a good space. And then what I do is I make myself a beautiful drink. So depending on my mood, it might be a beautiful cacao drink I'm making. Or at the moment, I'm really into using some beautiful masala spices like cinnamon and nutmeg and vanilla and clove, things like that, ginger, a little bit of black pepper. And I mix that with some of my either some of my supercharge or some longevity chai. I'm going extra on the chai spices at the moment because I really am enjoying them. So I make a nice drink for myself, and then I go and stand outside on the ground. It's been a little bit muddy recently, so I've had a towel to wipe my feet down afterwards. But just standing outside on the earth and listening, observing what's going on in the world, what's going on in nature, listening to the birds singing, noticing the colors in the sky, noticing the lightness that's starting to come back, which is amazing. Noticing the trees. What are they doing? Are there new leaves coming yet? Or is there anything new coming up in the beds in my garden? And just being very present, even if it's just for 30 seconds to a minute, just having that presence, coming into the moment, coming into my day in a consciously aligned way. And for me, those things set me up to be in the best space I can be for my day ahead, so that my energy has been recharged, so that I've connected with the earth, I've connected with my heart, I've connected with my body, I've opened up the channel. The other thing that I do, and sometimes I do this a little bit later once the kids are at school and I've got some more space, is I'll just connect into the earth. I'll feel that earth current running through my body, and I'll feel the cosmos, and I'll feel myself aligned in the center between that. And that, for me, that alignment is like supercharged. You know, I really feel when I do that, when I and I do that throughout the day, if I'm feeling like I'm going off, I'll come back into that practice, and it's super helpful for me to know who I am, where I am, and to know I'm not alone, to know that there is that deeper thing holding and supporting me. And that's such a beautiful thing. And with that exercise and other exercises like that, we're going to be going into that a lot more on my Earth Wisdom mentorship. And we're going to be really journeying into those things, how we can realign and reconnect. So I'm really excited about being able to share this. But I hope this has been a useful bit of information for you all on ways that you can connect in the morning, a nice morning routine that doesn't take a lot of time. It's quite simple, but super effective. So lots of love to you all. Have an amazing day with lots of sunshine and joy. And please do share your ways that you start your day. What helps you to feel aligned and connected and alive and able to really thrive. Lots of love.